Some people follow every piece of financial advice and still feel broke. Meanwhile, others ignore most of those rules and somehow end up financially comfortable. So what actually explains the difference? It isn't discipline, and it isn't budgeting. It's income structure. Most financial advice says the solution to money problems is simple. Spend less, make a budget, control your lifestyle. But here's the strange part. People who follow those rules often stay financially stressed, while others who ignore them sometimes become financially comfortable. In the first video, we explored a simple but powerful idea. You're not bad with money. Most people were simply never taught how the system actually works. Then, in the second video, we looked at budgeting, and we discovered something uncomfortable. Budgeting doesn't solve the real problem. It only tries to control the symptoms, which raises a bigger question. If the problem isn't spending, and budgeting isn't the solution, then what actually changes someone's financial life? And here's where it gets interesting. Because if spending isn't the real issue, then most people have been trying to solve the wrong problem. Before we go further, if this idea is already shifting how you think about money, tap the like button. It helps the algorithm show this video to more people trying to figure this out. There's a pattern here that most people don't notice. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Most financial advice focuses on behavior, spend less, save more, be disciplined. But financial stress rarely comes from behavior. It comes from structure. Two people can have the same spending habits, but completely different financial outcomes. Why? Because their income is structured differently. You've probably seen this in real life. Two people earning similar money, one constantly stressed, the other relatively stable. That difference isn't luck. One person trades time for money, the other builds systems that generate income. And that difference changes everything. Now, this is where most people make a subtle mistake. It feels logical, but it quietly keeps them stuck. When people feel financial pressure, they usually try the obvious solution. Work harder, take extra shifts, start another side hustle. But this approach has a hidden problem. It increases effort without changing the system. You're still trading hours for income, which means the ceiling never really moves. More work might increase income slightly, but it also increases exhaustion, and eventually the system breaks down. And if you're interested in ideas like this, systems thinking about money rather than typical financial advice, consider subscribing. This channel is really about understanding the structure behind financial stability. So, what actually changes this? There are 3 shifts that tend to increase income without increasing burnout. And the first one is not what most people expect. What actually changes someone's financial trajectory is leverage. Leverage means building systems where effort creates results that continue working later. Instead of earning once, you create something that keeps producing value. That might be a skill, a digital product, a piece of content, or a process that multiplies your effort. The key idea is simple. Income becomes more stable when effort becomes scalable. But what does that actually look like in practice? There are 3 shifts that tend to increase income without increasing burnout. The first shift is this. Move toward higher value skills. Not just more work, but work that is valued more. Some skills are simply paid more than others. Communication, sales, technology, problem solving. If your income depends on your time, then increasing the value of that time matters more than increasing the number of hours you work. Most people stop here. But this next shift is where things start to accelerate. The second shift is this. Change the environment, not just the effort. Sometimes the fastest way to increase income is not to work harder, but to move into a better system, a different company, a different role, a different industry. The same person can earn very different incomes depending on where they operate. The third shift is leverage. Instead of repeating effort, build something that continues to work. That could be content, a product, a skill that compounds over time, or a system that allows you to earn beyond the hours you put in. These three shifts don't require burnout. They require direction. At some point, you stop looking for tips and start looking for a system. This is why I've been building something I call a personal financial operating system. Not another budgeting spreadsheet, not another productivity hack, but a simple framework for stabilizing money, increasing income capacity, and reducing financial stress over time. Think of it as a system designed to replace constant financial firefighting. Right now, it's still an early prototype, but the idea is straightforward. Instead of focusing only on spending, the system focuses on strengthening the structure that produces income. If you take nothing else from this video, take this. Financial stability rarely comes from controlling every dollar. It comes from improving the system that generates those dollars. You're not bad with money. Budgeting alone isn't the solution, and working harder usually isn't the answer. What actually changes things is building a better system. If this idea makes sense, I put everything from this series into a simple system you can actually apply. It shows you how to structure your income, build stability, and improve your financial situation step by step. You'll find the link in the description. Start there.